Let's talk about a ritual that we are very used to and जिसके बारे में हम कभी सोचते भी नहीं हैं. We just go in the bathroom, do that ritual, come out. I'm talking about head wash. So हेड वॉश में ऐसा क्या है कि जिसके अंदर हमें कुछ जानने की जरूरत है. आई डोंट थिंक ज्यादातर लोग ऐसा कुछ समझते हैं कि उन्हें कुछ नॉलेज का जरूरत है हेड वॉश के लिए. बट ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, लास्ट 10 साल के एक्सपीरियंस के अंदर क्लाइंट्स के, मेरे अपने जितने भी गेस्ट्स हैं सैलून के, उनसे जो मुझे क्वेश्चंस आए हैं, सो दैट हैज लेड मी टू मेक अ वीडियो ऑफ इट, which are the most common mistakes that people do while doing a head wash and what is the right way to do a head wash. So the first question I get the most is, what is the right temperature of water to wash your hair? So I have 4 options. One is cold, second very cold, third is hot, and fourth is lukewarm water. So what do you think? Which is the right option? If you guessed lukewarm, that is the right option, because lukewarm water opens the hair cuticle just enough to wash off the dirt. If you'll put your hair under lukewarm water, it will definitely get that cleaned. Unless you want to make yourself miserable, don't put your head under cold water. A lot of people think that cold water makes the hair shinier, it keeps the hair healthier. I don't think so, but use lukewarm water. That's the best way to go forward to clean your hair. Next question. How strongly should you wash your hair? How strongly should you scrub your hair while shampooing your hair? So the options are gently, not so gently, gentlier, gentliest. What do you think? If you thought gently, you are correct. I feel good. To wash your hair, you don't need to go in too strong. You just need to wash it side by side, not go in like really strong. But yes, do not treat your head like a baby's head. You need to get the dirt off. So some people really like to go in with their fingernails and really scrub their head with their fingernails and get the dirt out. So that is going to harm and damage your scalp. That will leave small abrasions on your scalp, and it will rough up the cuticle of the hair as well, which will lead to falling of the hair when they are not supposed to fall. So yeah, gently wash your hair and wash it with warm water. Which part of the head you should wash while you're doing a shampoo? The options are scalp only, scalp and hair length only. If you choose scalp only, you are correct. The thing is that when you put a decent amount of shampoo on your scalp and you work your scalp in a good way, so when you are washing your scalp and the lather is going down the hair length, automatically your hair length also gets washed. The dirt on the hair length gets rinsed off. You don't need to go in with an extra amount of shampoo and rub your length like this, because this is ultimately going to damage the cuticle of your hair length and unnecessarily tangle your hair. So the best way to shampoo your hair is you put a decent amount of shampoo, which I'll come in my next question, how much of shampoo to use on your scalp. So work on your scalp and you rinse it off. Automatically your length gets washed as well. Coming to the next question. What is the right amount of shampoo to use? The options are 1 coin size, 2 coin size, or 3 coin size shampoo.
Ooh la la.
If you chose 2 coin size, you are correct. Most people need almost the same amount of shampoo. The amount of shampoo that I need or the amount of shampoo a girl with shoulder length hair needs is almost the same, because the amount of shampoo depends on the size of the head. So 99% of the people have almost the same size of the head. They need the same amount of shampoo. So when you're using 2 coin size amount of shampoo, you can use 1 coin right in the front of your head, second at the back. You work your way through the shampoo and you wash your hair properly. So it doesn't matter how much amount of hair you have. I've seen people buying big containers, big gallons of shampoo, 5 liters, 4 liters, because they have a lot of hair. So I don't agree with that, because most people need the same amount of shampoo because their head size is the same. Next most popular question I get from my clients is, how often should you wash your hair? The options I would like to give you are once a week, once a month, once a year, or every day. If you choose any of these options, you are correct, because everybody has a very unique routine of hair wash. Everybody is unique, their scalps are unique, everybody has different oil secretions, so you have to decide on your own which routine suits you. Bottom line is that your hair needs to feel fresh. So when you feel enough oil on your head, it's time to wash it. How long should you leave the conditioner on when you are washing your hair? The options are 30 seconds, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or 15 minutes or more. Answer to this question varies actually. So it can be any of these, but I would recommend to leave it as long as possible, but it's never required to leave it more than 15 minutes. So a conditioner can have maximum time of 15 minutes in the washroom to leave it on your hair. Between a conditioner and a mask, I always recommend a mask because it has much more nutrients and much more concentration of the oils and the repairing factors that a company puts into a conditioner or mask. Mask is much more heavier. So if you love your hair more, use a mask. Once you have washed your hair and you have come out of the washroom, now it's time to dry your hair. So one thing that I do not like women doing to their hair So once you washed your hair, now it's time to dry them. So first thing that women do is turban their hair. Now I'm strictly against the turbans. Why? Because you've just warmed up your hair when you have washed them. The hair is very fragile, and turban pulls on the front hairline of your hair, which has very fine and delicate hair. You might end up with losing a lot of hair if you are in a usual routine of putting your hair in turban after the head wash. So avoid doing that. Second is, once you have come out of the washroom, how to dry your hair. So scrubbing your hair very strongly with towel and going in like this, putting your head down and going in like this is not what I recommend. I recommend that you scrunch your hair from all the sides so that you can get the maximum moisture out of the hair. Your towel can absorb it instead of going in and tangling your hair and roughing up the cuticle of your hair. That really damages your hair. Now you have shampooed and conditioned your hair, which has been a matter of just a few minutes. So the most important job after that is to follow it up with a product which is going to help you throughout the day. Options like, if you have curly hair, you can use curl defining products. If you have straight hair, you can use defrizzing products. If you have damaged hair, you can use repairing leave-in creams. And there are a lot more options for your hairstylist to recommend it to you what type of hair you have and what product you should use. The problem with the drugstore shampoos is they are not that reliable. If they're coming cheaper, then we cannot expect them to have quality ingredients. I'm not saying that we should go for really expensive shampoos, but yes, spending more on your shampoo is a good investment to a certain point. Normally, when a company is selling a shampoo, the price is normally marked up by 50%. So that 50% is used to take care of the rents, the distribution costs, the profits. Now, if a company is selling it at such a low price, then you can just imagine how cheap the ingredients would be. So I would recommend that you go for good quality shampoos, spend a bit more on your shampoo and conditioners and hair care to a certain point, so that you give your hair what they deserve. A lot of people don't buy expensive shampoos because they feel like they need a lot of it, and hence they don't purchase expensive shampoos. But the fact is, they don't need to use a lot of shampoo, as I have discussed in my previous question. You just need a certain amount of shampoo that is same for everybody on the planet. You can purchase the good ones out there. I hope I've answered your questions well enough. If you have any more questions, I'll be really happy to answer them. You can drop your questions in the comment section below, or you can send me a personal message on my Instagram. My Instagram is Neil Talwar. See you in my next video.